Oh my god. Okay. Hi. Okay. Hi, everybody. Hi. How's everyone? It's Sunday, and I do this sometimes on Sunday nights. Hey, should I have a filter? Would I look better? Yes. You guys, I just was watching some drag queens do their lives, and I was like, they all have filters. Why shouldn't I?
No.
Is that rude to have a filter? Okay, where's Travis Van Winkle? Travis! I don't see you on here. Oh my god, but Jennifer Jane is. Oh my god. You guys, Jennifer Jane did my hair for Paradise Lost. I actually wanted to text you a photo the other day. Frankie, stop that. I gotta wait for Travis. My hair is growing out, so I had this crazy, strong keratin treatment, and my hair is like so curly, like to here, and then straight, and so I'm trying to work with it, but you know, it's hard. Travis, where are you? Barney, please go to bed.
In your room.
Listen, the internet is better out here. Oh my god, here he is, finally. He's basically a millennial, aren't you, Travis?
Travis Van Winkle.
Yep.
Look at you! Look how big you are! Look at those big grown-up teeth!
She's huge. She's 9.
Are you like 6'5"?
Yeah, basically.
Wow,
She's
you're gonna
so
be in
big.
the NBA soon whenever it goes back to being in action again.
Oh my god. Show me Karen.
Karen, I just gave her a bone to
There's a
distract
giant
her.
baby. Oh, look at that puppy.
Oh my gosh, look at this little cute guy. Hey, Bonds.
Hi.
She's a little monster. Don't let her fool you.
Oh, don't press that. Don't press that. Oh, you hear the doggy bark? What did the doggy say? Oh my god. So tell me, why did you name her Karen? I love it so much.
So I named her Karen because I don't know if you know this story, and it's kind of a sad story, but I do it for a good reason. Look at
I want to hear, but he's about to ruin everything.
It's just I mean, this one's just literally eating my pants. I mean, this one, at least yours doesn't have, canines that are gonna rip your skin apart.
I mean, there's other things. Kisses.
Hey man, how are you? I'm
Oh,
starting to
look
bed
at
now,
that
but
stud.
good to see you.
How you doing?
You look like a rustic fisherman from the 50s. Doesn't he look like he could be like a
I love that.
like a
You
fish
just
boat
spoke.
captain?
I see this. Wait, let me
You
see
just
this.
went straight to the heart with that one.
We do mouth kisses.
That is
Frankie,
just
you
so
go play in your
freaking
room.
cute.
You go talk to your friends.
Hey,
go do something. I'm
Frankie,
gonna talk to
Frankie,
Travis.
wait, Frankie. Oh.
Travis?
I was gonna ask Frankie how it was going to school with you and Eamon as teachers.
Eamon? Please.
I mean, Bridget.
Yes. No, Eamon, very thankfully, off you go to your room. I want some alone time with my friend. Everything's great. How are you?
That's that mommy life, boo.
It's just 24/7, yo.
I get it. You're gonna make fun of me because this is. I mean, it's not a real comparison, but it kind of is. But
Puppies are fur babies are babies.
It's
I know that.
I have a newborn and I'm a single parent. It's like I'm a single dad with a newborn.
You're like, I need a break.
I do. Whenever she goes to sleep and I know that she's going to be asleep, I put her in her crate and I close it so gingerly. And if she wakes up, I pretend to sleep with her, one eye open. And as soon as she goes to sleep, I literally am like, freedom. What do? I need to do something with myself. And I end up just cleaning the house. Yeah, and so it's been pretty wild.
Yeah.
And
Barney, when he's napping, Frankie, can you please go to your room? Thank you so much. Thank you so much. When Barney naps, it's like a crazy time for me to get things done. I'm like, I'm like, clean the house, dishes, this, that. Frankie's school, when she has school, when she doesn't, I'm like, oh, thank God. I've never felt the weekend more. Like, even when I've been intensely like, yes, it's Saturday, we're at school. Oh. Anyhow,
Dude,
we're doing
I
great
mean,
though. Honestly,
I'm
we're in
sure there are so many people that can relate.
Oh yeah. I mean, it's the most intense parenting we've ever been through. And but I'm trying to look at it in a positive light. Every day I'm like, hey, normally I'm so distracted by work and distracted by this, and I'm like, this is actually some time where I get to just be with my kids. But that being said, I do want some time alone. And I'm like,
What
like
you need it.
yeah,
You need
you
your
do.
time alone.
And I'm really lucky that I have a partner in all this and that
Someone
he and
just said
I
someone just said that she had 5 kids and she homeschooled all of them. I mean,
hats off, ma'am.
on
Hats
purpose?
off. Yeah, hats off to you, ma'am. Like I was saying, so Eamon's on a writing deadline. He's doing a movie for Netflix, and it's so great that like writers can still write, and I feel like at least Hollywood is we're still like moving and shaking, you know? Things are still happening, and I love that. But it's meant that all the majority of the parenting is on me. But hey, you know I love a challenge.
Well, I mean, in all those long hours that you'd be on set, and Eamon was, kind of maybe carrying a little
He
bit
was
of the
doing it
parent
then,
load.
for
It's like,
sure.
it balances itself out. And I love that. What I love about it is witnessing you guys as parents, because you both are creative and you're in the entertainment industry, but you balance it really well. And that is how that's a testament to successful couples. Like, you find balance and you both have your fair
it's
share.
also a trying time to be a couple. Like, so much togetherness. But we're doing great. There was a moment where, because you kind of yin when your partner yangs, right? So when one of you freaks out, the other one's like, it's fine, and the other one freaks out, and then you go, it's fine, so we've been doing a lot of that. But how are you and Karen hunkered down?
We're hunkered. She can't really do much because she can't really, she only has 1 shot. And so until she gets 3 shots, she can't be a normal dog. And so that also makes it harder too, because it's not like, hey, let's go to the park and get some fresh air.
Right.
Right.
When does she get her next shots?
In a minute. She's got another 5 weeks.
Oh, got it.
But
so she's got to stay at home. Well, what a good time to have a puppy.
I know. That's why I got this crazy little thing she just wants to eat me. I'm serious. She literally just wants to eat me.
Oh, you are a naughty little one.
That's going after my face. This is nonstop. There's barely moments when she's sweet. When she's sweet, I'm like, I think you're just licking my face because I put face lotion on.
Travis, how many of your items of clothing has this dog ruined?
Well, you want to know who her best friend is? That blanket on my couch. I'm not kidding you.
They have a relationship.
She chewed on the blanket. She loved it. Then she peed on the blanket. So then I washed the blanket. When I hung the blanket up outside to dry, she saw it on the patio. And she was like, there's my friend. And she started shaking her tail, and she just circled the table. I didn't know you were going to be out here.
Oh, that's her friend.
Her best friend is literally a blanket. Okay, so her name is Karen because
tell me why.
My Aunt Karen. So when little Nina passed away, about 3 months later, my Aunt Karen, her and my Uncle Jim, they used to always have big Labradors. And they're hunting dogs, very trained. But Labradors are tough, man. And they're big. Right. And they're just these little, basically these little children until they're 6 years old, until they finally calm down.
Right.
So my aunt and uncle have this metal clip that's attached to their house. They have a long leash attached to that. That leash has a clip. It goes on their dog's collar. My aunt, every day, put the clip on the dog. The dog would walk out to the backyard. My aunt is standing on the porch, I think talking to her neighbor from across the way. And
I'm scared.
Be scared. Her dog sees something, darts off, and that little metal clip that was attached to the collar broke. And the recoil. So the dog runs off and comes back, clocks my aunt literally right here in the middle of the forehead. They don't think anything of it. Her friend comes over and she's like, "Ooh, I'm bleeding. Well, maybe we should go. Oh, yeah, I need stitches. Let's get some stitches." Very calm. Everything's very easy. They go to the emergency room. She gets her head stitched up.
When was this?
This was 2 months after Nina passed. This was
during the virus, not during all this.
No, this was this was a year. This was this might have been around November of 2019. And so then after she gets sewn up, she starts to have convulsions, she goes into a coma, her brain fills with blood, and within 36 hours she passes away.
No.
My mom got to go there. I don't think they really got to communicate, but her whole family was around her.
Is this your mom's sister?
Mom's sister. My mom was devastated. She was 72. My mom's older sister, but my Aunt Karen has 5 kids. Those are all my cousins. My cousins each have, like, my cousin Beth has 4 or 5 kids. My cousin Jill has 4 or 5 kids. Danny has kids. Pat has kids. All of her kids have kids. So she was she was like a great grandma multiple times over. But her phrase always was, "When it's your time to go, it's your time to go."
Whoa.
It was her fucking time to go. But it was really sad. But anyways, her name was Karen. And so,
Also, you named her after her. I love that.
And so Karen has some Labrador in her. So Karen's like a mini Labradoodle and like a mini Golden Doodle mixed. And so she's gonna carry. And my last dog was named after my grandma. So it's something
I remember.
All in the family.
Oh, God, I'm so sorry about the loss of your aunt, Travis. But I'm so happy that you have that sweet pup now.
Sweet? Are you sure she's sweet?
Well, cute.
Demon.
She is like wanting to chew your hoodie up.
No, she's trying to get to my skin and my face.
Do you guys sleep in bed together? Or is she crazy?
So I put the crate on the bed, and she's been sleeping in that. And then the last couple of nights, and I've surrounded my bed with pillows.
You're such a daddy. Oh my God. You are such a daddy.
It's so funny. My whole bedroom is literally, I don't know why I have 7,000 pillows, but I have this barrage of pillows, and it's this really cool barricade. And this
I can't see anything. It's black. Okay, now I can see. So
this girl, every night that so far that I've let her sleep outside of her crate, she has woken up whining. And she's like, I'm like, where's she at? I look over to the side, and she's like crammed between one of these pillows. And so, if you notice, I have literally like pillows and blankets and pillows and pillows and pillows.
Do you have anything left on your couch outside?
So you want to know what's funny? Is I'm a pillow guy. I just have all of those extra pillows. Those are extra.
Whoa, that is very feminine of you, Travis. Normally men
problem.
are like, what are all these extra pillows about?
I know. And my friend Skylar, he thinks that I have a problem, and I might, because I'm very particular with my pillows. Let's move on from this topic. How the fuck are you? What's happening? Like, I know your show is currently airing. How's it going?
If you got Spectrum, you can see it. But if you don't, you are not in luck.
I have the Spectrum.
Well, then you can watch it. You have to have the Spectrum Originals channel.
Are you digging it? Are you liking it? Are the fans digging it?
I mean, all the feedback I've gotten from people has been awesome. My family, everybody, it feels like the whole thing was like a fever dream. And did that even happen? And it's just such a bizarre time to be promoting anything, but at the same time I'm like, hey, the best thing we all can do if we're not an essential worker is to stay home and sit on our couch and watch TV. So I'm like, all right, we're gonna do this. But yeah, it's weird. So Spectrum has it for 6 months exclusively. Like, you can't even buy it on iTunes. You cannot download it. You cannot nothing. You can't. So then it'll go to Paramount and other platforms.
And so that's Paramount's new app. Like Paramount.
Yeah, but that's not until I think October, unless something changes. I don't know. But so I've been getting a lot of feedback from fans, especially all over the world, that they're frustrated that they can't watch it. So that's a bummer, but I'm hoping, that eventually they will be able to.
Maybe we'll still be quarantined in September.
Oh, God, no.
I'm kidding. No. Hey, look, you got your family around. I don't have physical
I've been thinking
contact.
of you, man. I have really been thinking of you, because there's days where I'm like so overwhelmed with feeding all these people 3 meals a day and da-da-da-da. But I'm like, what a different challenge to have all that time with just yourself. How's that going for you?
It's been good. It's been a challenge. It's been the full spectrum. Like there's only one time. No, okay. There's 2 times where I've broken down.
Right. Well, we all have. Come on.
A moment
I
where
mean, I'm sure everybody watching here has. Come on.
what do we do? What's happening here? What's the future look like?
Hello.
What's my life look like?
Yeah.
How long is this going to last?
Yeah.
And this is all like, these are champagne problems. I'm
Yes.
healthy. My family's healthy.
Yes.
I've got a really amazing apartment. I have all the food that I want. I have cool masks. You know what I'm saying? Like
Your mom's been
my mom
selling
is
you
the
the
shit.
best masks.
my mom's a shit.
Shout out, Mom.
But I feel like it's been a soul invitation for sure. Like I've had a lot of time to really think about
beautiful.
things.
I love that.
Yeah, this last week I would say was the hardest for me, because it's like the first 4 weeks was just moving through this new reality. At a couple moments that were hard, but it was like future forward. And this week, this fifth week came around, and it's like all I could see was the rear view mirror and everything that was behind me, and like I couldn't see forward. And like, well, I don't. What about all the things in my past? Should I reconnect? What's happening? My brain was just like shaking.
Yeah.
And so that, I feel like this last week was the hardest, but I mean, we got many more weeks to go. And sometimes you have a hard week, and then it moves. It moves through you. My main thing that I've been really focusing on is not trying to change anything that's coming up, because a lot of times we try to change our state. It's like I'm feeling something. I'm like, I don't want to feel this. I need to change my state. I shouldn't be feeling this. I want to feel differently. I've noticed that I'm like, you know what? This is how I'm feeling. And I'm going to go fucking sit on the balcony and be like, well, this is what sadness feels like right now. Or
sit in it.
And like, that's something that's been kind of cool. That's been nice, but I think overall it's been incredible. It's been, I mean, come on.
I know you're up for the challenge. Not worried about you. I was just thinking of, how different everyone's experience in quarantine is, depending on your relationship or not, or children or not, or animals or not. There's all these factors, and the challenge, no one's having it easy, but we all have different things that, challenges that we have to rise.
Yeah, my brother and his wife, they are so suited for quarantine.
Are they still in China?
No, that's my sister and her husband. They're in Singapore.
They're in Singapore, right. How are they?
They're great.
Okay,
I mean,
good.
They've got this dope ass little life out there. And,
great.
My brother and his wife are in Atlanta, and they've got a little baby boy, and they're cool. Like, they're introverts. They're like, this was our life anyways. So,
when you got a fresh new baby, you're like, well, I was gonna be doing this anyways. It's just sad that you can't have visitors.
Have you been budging at all with visitors?
No. We are hunkered, but there is, we've been talking about the future and when we're gonna, Eamon's singing now. He's back. We've been talking about, when we're gonna have our nanny back, because she comes in 2 days a week. We're talking about it, but we haven't had anything. We do like 6 feet apart kind of neighborhood parties where we're like, hi, how are you guys?
Isn't it crazy? Well, I think what's really wild, and I this last week I broke a little bit, but I had friends come over with medical gloves and with masks. I worked out with my buddy. We wore masks and gloves the whole time, wiped everything down, cool, hung out on my patio, 6 feet apart, gloves, mask.
Great.
So it was respectful.
Oh my God, your fitness level is so annoying right now, Travis. It is infuriating. Like, I hope you notice I am not liking all those posts. I want to unlike them because you're so annoyingly fit right now.
If I don't have that, I will literally combust from the inside and die.
I'm thrilled for you.
I will. That's my thing. Hey, no.
Bad, doggy.
Bad.
Okay, so you're working out all the time.
No.
And I am very proud of you.
Well,
wait, should we answer some questions? Because people are okay.
And what I want to hear from people too is what country they're from.
Oh, I love that. Okay.
Because yesterday I did an Instagram live, and I'm not kidding you. I think like 17 countries from around the world were on. It's
okay,
crazy.
All right. Just Roisa, tell us in the comments what country you're from, and she has asked us what is our favorite scene together.
Ooh, what is our favorite scene together, buddy?
I know. My favorite scene was in Christmas Getaway when we were shooting the ice skating scene and Travis didn't know one line.
I didn't know
He
anything.
was like, I think I say something here. And I'm like, you don't know any of these lines. And there were like 3 that you had to know.
And I couldn't get them. I couldn't get them. Oh my God.
And then you were like, I promise from here on out, I'm going to get it all. And then you true to your word. But that day, it tickled me so much looking up at you. And I'm like, blah, 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 blah. And you're like,
that was so hard though, because you and I got to work together on that, and we'd already spent so much time on the last ship. We had such a cool relationship that you get there and you kind of,
and I was so pregnant.
relaxed, you know? Maybe a little too relaxed.
I loved it though. It was so fun. It was so fast. I mean, it's like 16 days of shooting. You blink and you're like, well, we did that.
I loved it. I thought that was such a beautiful experience. I think Vancouver's such a great city, and
Yes.
but I feel like you and I had some really cool
What's your
scenes on the
favorite
last
Bridget
ship.
Travis scene? What was that one?
Favorite Bridget Travis scene, because I feel like
It could be in Last Ship.
I think it's probably in Last Ship. I don't know. There was one time I remember, it was towards the end of you and I filming one of the seasons, and you and I wanted to fool everybody, and we frolicked through the woods because we had like this really serious shot.
Oh
And we're
yeah,
supposed to,
that's
like,
definitely
be,
in the bloopers. That was fun.
And you
Where
and
we
I
like
decided,
skipped through.
yes, and
Yeah,
we
yeah,
skipped
yeah,
through
yeah,
with
yeah,
our giant guns.
I like that one when you killed that bad guy with the guns.
Eamon likes the one where we killed the bad guy with the guns.
Oh, every scene.
Every scene we ever shot.
Well, you and I have that last scene where the very end of the series, not the end of the series, the end of season 4, where we kill the bad guy.
Oh
It was
yeah,
you-
the
it was you and me.
finale.
Yeah.
That was rad.
Yeah.
That was rad.
cool.
Are you so stoked that Last Ship is airing again right now?
Dude, it's eerie. Yes, it's super eerie.
I saw on Kevin's post that it's season 2 now. I'm like, oh my god, are they gonna get to season 3?
Yep. We got Nicaragua. We already have the UK. So people are coming in. I'll call them out as we go and hopefully not interrupt. All right, let's do another question.
Okay. All right. Do you miss the Last Ship?
Do I miss the last ship? Yeah. I feel like that was a job that one will stay with me forever because of the cast.
You also
Because-
did it for 5 years.
I also did it for 5 freaking years. And I learned so much on that show. And I feel like it was such an epic kind of feat. Every episode was like, wow, I can't believe we did that. And everything was, there was always so many new things that we were doing, whether it was jumping off boats or climbing on things or running through the woods or throwing grenades or climbing in tanks or whatever the hell it was. It was always something new.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of times on set, you don't always get that. And so I think that there was a certain excitement that this show brought that I think I'll miss.
Yeah.
What
I
about
mean,
you?
I certainly miss the people. I miss the challenge, you know. It felt like, you know, there was always this feeling like you'd read a script and you'd be like, how are we going to do this? And then we do it, you know, and because it always was on such a huge scale, you know, like, you know, like a giant summer movie blockbuster.
Yeah.
All right, we got somebody from Singapore. Do you guys want to do another show or movie together?
We just had the Netherlands come through, by the way.
The question is, would you do another show or movie with me?
How much?
The answer is yes, of course.
Fucking A. Is that what country is that? You see the flag right there?
No, I'm looking for questions.
Is that Iran?
You don't know your flags.
Do I like flags?
Yeah, I don't know my flags either. What kind of training did you practice? I'm assuming this is about the last ship.
Yeah, what kind of training do we practice? Germany just
You
came
did a
through.
lot more than me because you were there in the beginning.
Yeah.
I was learning things from you. You're like, put your chicken wing down. And I was like,
oh man. So so here's a funny little tidbit. So we got Canada here. It looks like Switzerland maybe. So when you are Turkey's on with us,
yes,
I mean, we're already at 10 countries for sure. So
that's so rad.
When you're holding your gun and your arm is out, that's
chicken
not
wing.
good. That's a chicken wing because you will run into the wall. You want to be as tight as you can so that you can navigate through small quarters. And so whenever you first carry a gun, naturally you just want to do this. And
Why
so
is that?
over 5 years, I've learned to do this. And so now when I drink my coffee, when I'm holding anything, my elbow's always in. I don't like, it's literally just tight. And so that's stuck with me.
Yes, Serbia. Yes, Australia. Yes, Russian-born. Hi from Wales. Dude,
Wales
we're
coming
getting up
through.
there. Yeah, my first day in tactical gear. Everybody was like really hard eyes were on me. I could tell because it was my first day on set. So producers, directors, everyone. And then of course we have real SEALs on set with us that are in stunts, and they're just making sure we look good. And we were breaking into, is it Pang? Was that his name? His house?
Yes.
And we're like climbing over and going over the
Uh-huh.
lawn. And Travis turns to me and he's like, "Pull your fucking wing in." And I was like, "My what?"
Coming on?
Yeah. Thank you. Thanks for helping me not look
You know what?
dumb.
There was something really great about the shows because we had naval advisors, we had Navy SEALs on set with us every day. So everything that we would do,
Yes.
we always had someone to turn to and say, "Is this how would you do this? What would you be thinking during this? Did that look legit?"
Yeah, that was so
nice to have
rad.
guidance.
All that attention to detail was so rad. You guys, India is here. Hey from New York, Italy is here. I love it.
I mean, they're coming through. Iceland just came on. Let me.
Are you still here? I'm looking for some good questions. Let me make sure he's still here. Trav, you frozen, or is it me?
I just changed my internet.
Don't you change your internet on me?
Well, let's see if it works better.
Okay.
Cooper and Green, Indonesia.
Petey, Canada, England. Wow. Y'all are here from all over the world. I love that we're doing this. Okay. Let me know if you see any questions in the comments, Trav. I'm going to look in the questions section.
Yeah, because I can't get questions for you. You're the one that only has access to that. So
I know, but people sometimes ask them in the comments.
Oh, got you.
Okay, this one's cute. Did you ever accidentally hit someone during the fight scenes? Or did you ever have like an accident in a fight scene on Last Ship?
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I would come home with bruises. I whether it was jumping over things or, I mean, a lot of times, I think I even got a bruise. One time I had to tackle Kara, Marissa's character, off of a ship. I basically had to like tackle her off of a boat onto a pad. And I remember being.
Why don't I remember this?
This was season 2.
Oh, I mean, I watched it, but I don't remember it.
Oh, wait, I don't know.
You tackled her off the boat?
We were on a boat. We were approaching this ship, and we had to disguise ourselves. They thought that she was the doctor, and we were driving towards the boat, and we had.
Yes.
I forgot what exactly we had on us. We had a bomb, and as soon as they realized it was us, we had to then jump off the boat. And so I remember hitting my elbow or whatever. Like you always get dings, and I think that's part of it. I would always go home feeling like really proud of myself and like, check that out. Like,
yeah, but it's not until the adrenaline comes down and then you're like, ow.
Oh yeah, that one time I had to do a ranger roll to pick up Bren. Bren is like a 700-pound ox. I did this little roll, pick him up.
Scene. That was the best with Bren.
That was fucking nuts. But I remember.
Wait, Travis, why can't we see your face and why are we looking at your table?
Oh, why is it the other way? Help me.
I thought you were doing something on purpose. There we go. That's much better.
No,
I mean, your table looks beautiful. I'm glad you're keeping, a tidy home.
I mean, it's not. That's a nice table. And by the way, I don't know about you, but I've been taking my temperature like every 40 minutes because I'm a lunatic.
Whoa. No, we are not doing that.
Like, do I have it? Do I have something?
But I
Am good?
support you. I mean, I wipe down when we get our groceries and we're not going out. We're having them brought to us. I wipe them all down. Like, I am that person,
good.
but it makes me relax. And if you taking your temperature makes you relax, then do whatever you do to make yourself feel calm. That's what I say.
Yeah, usually it's just chocolate and pizza that makes me calm. What was your favorite, or I mean, how many bruises did you ever hit anybody in a stunt?
Well, I found Last Ship actually because there was just so much weapons. I didn't have as much as other shows that I've worked on where it was so much more hand-to-hand combat. I only think I had like 1 or 2 hand-to-hand things. So actually, I mean, it was just a lot of guns,
A lot of guns.
I have a question.
Eamon has a question.
Travis, have you been watching many movies during lockdown? And if so, What?
Can you hear him?
What?
Yeah, so I haven't been watching many movies, but I've been watching a couple series. I just started Devs.
He loves Devs.
I don't know if I love it. Yeah.
Well, he always wants to watch
Maybe
Devs.
he's just watching the last episode right now.
He's watching the last episode now. I appreciate the performances so much and the core idea of it. I think it's so brilliant.
I appreciate what it's trying to do. I'm just not sure what it's doing.
Well, that being said, there's other things that so we kind of fight over what we're gonna watch.
What are you watching that's interesting? Because I've been watching
Drag
Ozark.
Race.
Have you heard about The Sopranos?
I've actually been trying to get Eamon to watch The Sopranos because he's never really seen it.
I haven't either.
Oh my God!
Yeah.
You
I should
gotta do it, man. You
Okay.
gotta do it. You got to.
Okay. I want to get through Ozark because I'm going to finish season 3
Oh
of
yeah,
Ozark.
Ozark. I know. I got season 3 to watch too.
Mhm.
But
I'm watching the Michael Jordan documentary starting tonight.
Oh my God, my friend was just Landon. Hello, Landon. If you're watching, he was
Dude,
just texting me about
this-
that.
It's going to be nuts. They literally have had this footage since 1998. It's just been sitting there waiting for Michael Jordan to like approve someone to actually.
Oh, cool.
And he's been holding off because I feel like he doesn't want to be immortalized in any way because that means that he's old. He doesn't want a statue of
Do
him.
you remember when I wore your basketball shorts and played with your basketball?
You were so good at dribbling. I was so impressed with that.
Remember my basketball moves? You can tell I'm a real basketball player.
See, but that's what I dig about you because you just say yes. I'm like, hey, let's do this stupid thing for charity. And you're like, okay. And then you come up with all the cool ideas and like, let's go downtown and get outfits.
Oh my God.
That's where we got my
yes.
JLo outfit. We went to the downtown fashion district.
Babe, Shanty Alley.
Shanty Alley. Oh.
Okay, here's a good question. Allison Grace, 04, if you were cast as another character in The Last Ship, who would you be? I'm going to have to say Peter Weller's character, the mad scientist, the villain, of course.
Yeah, I always liked the villain of the season 2. No, I would probably do either.
Oh, that was like the crazy, like, Noah's Ark guys. Or no, they were like the people, Brian
Brit.
Ethel Byrne. Yeah, he's an amazing actor.
Yes, I think I would want to be one of those guys because they looked like they had a lot of fun because they were
Intense on their submarine.
they were running the cult, and so they had like,
Cult.
yeah.
It was like really creepy. Yeah.
I'd like to be the head of a cult. Next question.
I also loved Jackson's character, Peter Weller's son. I would want to be a man, first of all, and I would want to be a villain if I were to be on The Last Ship as a different character.
I would have to be a woman then. I think I'd want to play your character.
Yeah, you'd be great.
Yeah. I'd do that.
I mean,
I
at their
spent a
core,
season doing
though,
that.
Sasha and Green are not that different. You know, they're both like real soldiers. You know.
I'm
Yep.
into that. I'm not
Okay.
seeing any more. Oh wow!
Brazil is here.
Oh.
Okay, what is our funniest scene together? Well, I already told you my favorite funniest moment, which was when Travis didn't know a single line in a scene.
I think there was another scene that we did that was like that though, where I didn't know my lines. It was where you and I were at that mansion in off of Sunset, and we were hiding in the back. We were hiding like in the brush or in the woods, and like
Yes.
these little we were watching the prisoners run up, and I was supposed to say something.
Yeah, all the boys were in prison together, and they're like all in their like tank tops, and they're jacked, and me and you were hiding in a bush.
Yes, and I remember I think there's a theme that I don't remember my lines a lot.
Yeah, that was the problem. Once you and I really hit it off, and we had all these serious scenes together, it was like I knew I couldn't look at you at certain moments because it would be over.
You know what I wish I would have done? I didn't think about this at all before getting Malaysia's on with this. I didn't think about to go over like, oh, what are the people going to ask us? I need to think about what scenes are the best.
I know you'll remremember other stuff.
It's
after
gone.
I
And
know.
so
I know.
I'm
I
sure
know.
there are so many. I remember I really liked filming that scene where we were on a boat and we found the drugs that were hidden behind the wall, and the guy kept smoking. He literally puked and fell off the top of the boat.
No, Travis, that is the worst. That is the hardest day I think I've ever been on a set in my entire life.
That
I mean,
was-
first of
that was
all,
tough.
okay, we're on like a party boat, so it's like, you know, a pretty big boat. It could hold 200 people, I'm
Yeah.
guessing. and
That was a
it's all windows, and they want our ribs going around it so that you see it in the back of the camera. So the boat is going like this, fully like that. I'm like, I am the ocean. I am the ocean. I'm like trying. And then the amazing guest actor we're working with, who is so great in the show, he just starts vomiting and doesn't stop vomiting all day.
He literally fell off the top of the boat
into the ocean.
Into the ocean.
We heard "Man Overboard" on the comms.
But see, what I liked about that scene though is I really enjoyed. I remember what I would do when I would work with you. And by the way, Peru's now on. I remember there's times where I would work with you. Whenever you work with really good actors or actresses, you catch yourself just like watching, and that would happen sometime when I would work with you. I'm just like, oh, that was really, I like that. Oh yeah, I'm acting. So
that day though, so the whole boat smelled like vomit. Travis,
look, we get paid. We get paid to act.
We did. I have never seen a crew work faster in my entire life. They were like, we worked through lunch. No one was eating except for Jocko. Jocko was like, "Where's lunch?" And I'm like,
dude, like, Jocko's in New York right now, man. He's been in NYC this whole time. Like that's. I know. He's in the heart of it all.
Have you? Wait. We got to talk about new shows. Tell me about your new show. What's your new show?
Dude, my new show is pretty dope. And
so have you shot the pilot? Where are you guys at? Were you able to shoot it? No. Hold. Okay.
It's like we loaded up the bus. We got all the equipment on the bus. We were about to go on this amazing road trip, and we basically left California. And then they're like, we should probably turn back around and go home. But the show is so dope because it's with Jenny. It's with Jenny from Jane the Virgin, Jenny Erman. So she's not the showrunner. Katie Wetch is the showrunner.
Katie's daughter is in my kid's class in school. Go on. Yes.
No way. She is the best, and she's so right. She's like so smart and so funny. And she wants to know about like what I think about my character, and she wants my ideas. And I'm like, I love this woman so much. And so it's a show. I can't really tell you.
Don't tell me anything. But you can't tell me. But I'm just so excited, man.
Oh shit! Well, I just told you the showrunners are. That probably gave it away. But the cast is incredible. The content is incredible. My character is incredible. What we're doing. It's just really, it's perfect. And we met the cast. We got down to Toronto. We basically did all of our fittings. We were like hanging out with each other, going to dinners, getting to know each other.
Man, and then you had to call it. Wow.
We called it after our table read. And we left the table read, and all of us were like on cloud 9 because the chemistry was so great. We're like, this is really special. This is really special. And then we got the call, and we're like, oh, well, hold. And so now we really don't know the fate of it. No one knows really.
No, you guys will come back. It's just a matter of when.
Yeah. And now, so I was reading this article about how the industry may change after this. Craft service will absolutely change. You'll have to come in. The different departments will have to come in at different times. They have to protect the actors the most because we're not going to be able to wear masks or gloves while we're acting. And also think about like big public scenes in public places.
I don't think that we'll have a lot of scenes with background actors for a while.
No, think about the stories that we were going to tell as well. Are people going to want to see stories that reflect current society where we have to remain socially distant? Or do they want to hear stories about life like normally that we're used to telling?
Yeah, I mean, there's always going to be room for, some people are going to want escapism. Some people are going to want to see, what we're going through reflected back. But I think, things are going to change. But I keep thinking we're in such a creative industry and we're going to figure this out.
Innovate. We're being asked. Everyone has to innovate right now. And I feel like our industry we'll have to find a way to go forward. I saw this quote that I really respected. They're saying, an actor said this quote, but it was basically saying right now we are seeing how important artists are. You're sitting at home and you're watching content, like that's what we do. Yeah. And it's really important what we do. And it's really being shown to us right now how important and viable this profession is. And like, let's do it, actors.
Yeah. I really believe in producers, line producers, crews everywhere. I feel like we'll figure it out, and we're gonna get back on set, and you know, we can do it.
Yeah, it's gonna happen. So the show's it's a really incredible show. The showrunners are next level. It's with a great network. I went through the whole testing process, which was a fucking hoot.
Was it a big all crazy test?
Yeah, it was. I learned a lot of lessons during that test, man. Like it was cool because I went to my original producer session, and I told myself, I'm like, you know what, I'm done. This was like towards the end of pilot season. I was like, I'm done trying to please people. I'm done trying to get it right. I'm done. Like, I'm just gonna go in there and be me and just have a good time. I don't give a fuck. Yeah. And I saw a couple celebrities that were in the audition room, and I was like, that's cool, man. Like, whatever. Good to see you. Went in there, and I had a good time. And this was my third day of the fast. So I just started my Baha'i fast, where I'm not from sunrise.
Where you don't eat until dark, right?
From sunrise to sunset. And so I get in there, and
wow.
I do the first scene. It was great. Second scene, I can't get my line. And I'm like, let me do that one again. And I literally can't get it. And they're like, hey, take your time. It's cool. Like, no worries. And I told them I'm fasting. And they were funny because they mentioned, like, well, we worked with Justin for 5 years on Jane. We know what you're going through.
Yes.
Perfect. But I wasn't perfect in the audition, but I had a great time. I found it, and it was perfect. I had a chemistry test with the main actress in front of the studio. It went great. Then I did the network test in front of the network. And I didn't have a great test. I don't think I tested great. And then I left the room, and I was like, that was all right. Whatever. I should get back in that room. I'm gonna go back in that room. I'm gonna knock on that damn door. If they don't bring me back in, it's like me or the other guy. I'm gonna get back in there because I want to do it one more time. I don't feel great about it. The other guy takes like.
Wait, you knocked on the door?
No. I said I was going to. Then the guy that went in after me, he took 10 minutes. He comes out. He's like, hey man, so that took a long time. They were fixing the lighting. And so I was like, oh, okay. And then the two showrunners come out and they say, hey, we want you to do it again. Your lighting was all messed up. And so I got to go in there, and then I just crushed it. And I had a great time, and it was cool. And I flubbed lines. I couldn't get this line at the end of the scene, and I was like, okay, day 6. I'm day 6 fasting. We'll do that one again. And I did it again, and then I finally got it. But it wasn't perfect. And that was my main lesson. Is like, I think a lot of times we want it to be perfect, and what they're looking for is like real. What's real? And life is fucking messy. And it's never perfect. And I think it was such a beautiful testament, because I think as actors we go through this thing and we think, oh, like, you know, if they hit the joke just right, or if, you know, they get we can tend to focus on the wrong things, and I just let that go. And I'm so happy I did, because it really showed me. It was a big lesson as an actor.
Love that, Trav.
Yeah, it was really cool.
Yes.
Yes, queen.
I mean, I haven't done one of those in so long, and
well, they're arcane now. I think that's not the thing anymore. Now you just have an audition, and they send that tape, and you then cast off tape, or you do maybe like a chemistry read, but that's it.
Yeah, I mean, I did none of that for Paradise Lost. It was crazy. I thought surely I would go do scenes with Josh or do a test, and it just was like, no. Do you want to go to Louisiana? And I was like, yeah.
Like, I would actually love to. That's amazing. Did you have fun filming that?
I did, but it was really intense. You know, it was really high stakes, crazy emotional stuff. But that's really what I was wanting in terms of my next project. So it was like, I just was hoping to rise to it and to, you know, meet the material and, you know, be proud of what I did. And for the most part, I am. I mean, there's certainly scenes I wish I could shoot again. And I wish certain scenes weren't so rushed, you know. But, yeah, I mean, it's wild. It's wild.
What's your favorite scene so far that you want people to watch?
I would say episodes, like the second half of the season. You know, the show kind of starts to take off. You know, it's a mystery, so it's kind of a slow burn in the beginning, and then I would say episodes 6 and 7, or 7 and 8. You know, all those around there through the end. I feel like, but to be honest, I haven't watched them yet. I have a hard time watching myself. So.
Oh, I mean, how could you not? I think, you know what's really interesting, and I think that every time I film something, it then has to go through the process of post-production, and then you know, you
Yeah.
have to wait for it to get on TV. By the time it gets on TV, I already feel like I'm a different person. But
Mm.
it's like I'm watching an older version of myself, and that's what always makes
Right.
I always like cringe
Yeah.
with it because I'm like, oh, that's
Yeah.
not. I've already changed so much. Maybe there's something to do with that. So for some reason, I'm not getting any more of the questions or the comments.
Okay. Well,
I'm
I'm
only
gonna bring
seeing-
us the questions.
I'm only seeing 200. How many people are on right now with us?
I see it's like around 200 or so.
Yeah, it's for some reason it's frozen. I want to get more.
Sometimes that happens. Okay, this is cute. If you could choose any place in the world to travel right now, where would it be?
I would probably. I think I want to go somewhere tropical. So I think I want to get my ass to like Bali or maybe Thailand. And
Yeah, I'm with
sit
you
on a
there.
beach.
I'd want to take my husband somewhere where he could surf
Oh.
all day long, every minute. And he'd be so happy.
I mean, just you even saying that just relaxed me. Where would you go?
I don't know, honey. Where's the best surf right now?
Right now,
He's
I don't know. You can't really beat Indonesia.
Mexico, probably.
Indonesia.
Indonesia.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So-
Okay, this is cute. How was your fundraiser to build schools in Senegal?
that's one that we did.
Yeah, yours. How was yours? That's the question that I just
Oh.
read in the comments.
Oh my God, it was everything. It was so much fun. You know, it's almost like what I love about having these fundraisers, it's almost like a wedding, where when you have a wedding, what do? You bring all the people that you love, and you're basically in the same room and you're celebrating something, you're dancing, you're telling jokes, you're eating a really good meal, and you just seeing all the people that you love around you. And it's this really beautiful feeling. And I feel like so far the events that I've thrown, and that one specifically, I just brought people that I loved to perform and to raise money and to do good. And so for me, it was the energy there was so beautiful and infectious, and you know that still lives in me. And that was to make school to build schools for impoverished nations that really need education. So it was for other people, but it lives in me, and it's so much. So I loved it.
So great. And that's what your Build On campaign was for, that we did. That those of you that have seen my lip syncing skills, Travis's amazing sensuality, that's what it was to raise money for.
You know, I have this. I was actually trying on. I have a black rug, a shag rug, and I have to watch where I step at night because she blends right the hell into that thing. There's a couple. Like, it takes me just a second to find her.
Oh my God.
So I was trying on my costumes. I have a costume closet.
So do I.
So basically, so it's just like wigs and costumes. And what I love about this closet is here's my J-Lo ass.
Is that your
with
butt?
pads. That's my butt. That's my J-Lo ass.
Yes, Last Ship costume crew that made that happen.
I mean, they crushed it, man.
Yeah, that was so awesome.
Yeah, they were the best. How's Frankie doing? She looks like she's just such a happy little camper.
She's doing great. I mean, it's hard because it's like the only way she can connect with her friends is online, you know, so there's so much screen time. But you know, she's hanging in there, and she's such an awesome big sister. She's so helpful. It's like, you know, so great that she's able to help as much with Barney. But yeah, I mean, she's starting to get antsy. I think we all are, you know?
Yeah, understandable. What have you been doing? I mean, I know, look, you're busy as hell. You've got a husband, you've got 2 kids, you've got 2 cats, or just that one ginormous cat?
I have that one ginormous cat. Is he in Amen?
Yeah, and then we're talking about like, that's a cat.
He's huge. He's
fucking huge. I think he's bigger
Henry. Yeah.
than most cows. What have you been doing that has brought you joy during this time? Let's say if you felt some anxiety, what's something that you've been doing where you're like, oh, this felt like a reprieve for you?
We bought Just Dance, the video game. for
I've never played
Frankie.
this game.
She's been asking for it forever, and I'm like, we're not a video game house. No, 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 no. But like, she wasn't able to do her play at school, and she wasn't able to do this and that. And I was like, let's get it. And watching Eamon dance with Frankie, it's so funny. I die. It's so much fun. And she loves it. She's getting her exercise in, you know, and we've been getting competitive because you get points for every time you hit the move right.
Yeah, so that's how you're getting your cardio in as well.
Yeah, we've been doing that. That's been really fun, actually. And what else have we been doing? I've been cooking a lot, and I'm trying to like be more adventurous with my cooking and trying new things.
That's nice.
And doing things I never kind of thought I could do before. And it's made it more fun as opposed to just cooking 3 meals a day and being exhausted. I'm like more energized by the trying of new things, you know?
Yep.
And what else? I mean, it's for me, it's like a mindset thing, right? Where I'm trying to just enjoy the time with my kids as opposed to being like, you know, and believe me, there's moments of that. But,
oh yeah, I had that moment today when Karen shit on my white plush rug. It's like, and then I cleaned it up and it was great. It was fine.
yeah.
I had a moment where I forgot that she's a toddler and she doesn't know
she's a
better.
baby.
But if I could have, I would have punted her through the window.
I mean, I think it's just, Eamon, I just have like 9 more minutes. He's like starting to clean up the kitchen, and I'm like, I'll do that when we're done. You want to say hi to the people?
Okay.
Oh, he's
I just
getting
want to
into
make out
pets.
with Eamon. I just want to make out with him just once in
He's
my life.
growing a quarantine beard.
We all are.
I mean, remember your beard?
I don't want to remember my beard.
You won the beard growing. Oh, there he is. There he is.
I mean, what a stud. What a 45-pound stud.
Okay, that's a
You know
lot.
what I think is going to be fun? I just had this thought of people are going to have their like quarantine photo album, like photo video albums. And we're going to like, it'll be like COVID, like your COVID albums that we'll look back on in 20 years and be like, remember that time when we were all bunkered up in our own places and we couldn't leave? So I feel like there's having like an aerial view of this time also allows some perspective and more of an embrace of what we're going through.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, it's a time like no other.
So I don't know if you knew this, but in 1918 with the Spanish flu, that transformed the entertainment business.
Ooh,
There wasn't
tell
big
me more.
studios then. There was a bunch of independent studios. There was a bunch of, there was a diverse cast of men and women and people from all over the world that were directing and being able to show run and having ideas. And the pandemic hit, the whole industry shut down. And when it shut down, I forgot the man's name, but he decided that he wanted to capitalize on this and he wanted to run everything. He wanted to be able to own the content, make the content, put out the content, receive all the reward from the content. He wanted to control everything. And so what he did was he had money, and while all these other little studios and independent companies were struggling, he bought them all. And he basically created the whole system right now that we have, the studio system. That happened because of the pandemic. And it's still a structure that we're still working under. And so I wonder the ramifications, what's going to innovate, what's going to happen now because of this pandemic in our industry. Like how, and it's already changing with the whole streaming platforms and like, you know, Baldoni's making his own studio and like, you know, I feel like it's the industry is going to change in some ways. And I don't think I'm articulate enough to talk about what it's going to be, but I thought I read an interesting article about how the 1918 Spanish flu, it changed the course of the entertainment business.
Oh, Travis with the facts.
I mean,
love it.
What's the fact?
All right, we don't have much time left. We have like 5 minutes before we get kicked off.
Yeah. So what do? We have five minutes.
Okay, let me look for a couple more questions. All right.
Stopped. I got no more comments.
What was the most challenging scene to film on the last ship? I mean, you had a lot.
You know what?
You had some hard ones.
I went back. I'm going to go back. A scene that I really liked filming with you Remember when we were in the water? It was you, me, and Kev, and we had to come out of the pool. That was so we had to put weights on us to hold us under. We had the whole gear. We had to go under the water, and we literally had to have weights like pull us down, and they weren't working.
Yeah, I thought I was gonna look like all cute and sexy coming out of the water. I look like a drenched otter. I'm like, yeah.
I love that so much. What was the hardest?
Yeah. I'm gonna say for me, it wasn't hardest, but it was the most emotionally heavy. It was me, you, Bren, and Jody. And it was the scene where Wolf gets shot really badly, and you did that amazing Ranger role. And we really thought, all of our characters thought we were going to lose Wolf in that scene. And I remember Bud, who was normally our longtime camera operator, was directing, and he let us go off script. And it was like the most alive feeling scene. I felt it all 3 seasons of that show. It was like, I really felt like just a different level we all hit that day. And it was so hard emotionally because the terror of losing our brother was really real. And, you know, you and Jody and Bren, everybody's work was so incredible. I don't think I even said anything in that scene because I was just trying to protect you guys, but I just felt it so much.
That was a really special moment. And I also think Bren was currently going through a really hard time in his life. And we were there for him as humans, not even as actors. And so it all connects. It all connected. Like that was a really special day on set. I love those special moments, man. Like those are the moments that you're like, okay, I'll work the long hours. I'll sit around and wait. I'll do whatever it takes because those moments are what you do it for. And I loved working with Bud too. I wish, hopefully, he's still crushing the game.
I think he did Ozark, right? Did he work back on Ozark?
Did he direct? He directed. I don't know.
I don't know. Maybe he was doing second unit or something. I forget. We'd have to take a look. But I know he was working on it in between Last Ship when they started and stuff. So
I think one of the hardest days that we filmed. Remember that very last day of filming that we did on the beach?
Yes.
I mean, they had us literally running up mountains and crawling in the sand, and we were in such a rush to do everything. That was like one of the hardest days, and it was so surreal because we knew it was our last day, and we're like, let's give everything.
Yeah. And I was pregnant, and I was like, Linda.
Yeah, you were pregos.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Insane.
All right, we have 3 minutes. What can we do with 3 minutes? Last question.
Okay. Someone's asked them to make him a sandwich, but I can't really help you with that. Do you think there will be a sequel to Christmas Getaway? It's a really cute question. Who knows? One of the producers asked me if I would be interested, and I was like, yeah.
Kelly Reynolds.
Yes.
Asked me if I'd be interested as well. And I said, fuck yes. I would love to do a sequel.
My mom loves nothing more than my work in Hallmark films. So, yeah.
I mean, believe it or not, there's a lot of traction with Hallmark films. I mean, like that's why Netflix is making their own version of those things. That they're real. People want to see feel-good movies.
Yeah.
So, yes. I would do 100 of those with you. Except I would want one where I would play the girl and you play the guy.
Yes, a drag Christmas getaway.
Give me a break. I'm not kidding you. I would do that in a second.
You know that drag, I believe, is the highest form of art in the world, and it's my favorite thing.
I love it.
Okay, who is the biggest prankster on set? I mean, we didn't have time to do any pranks on Last Ship. We were too busy. I mean, I felt like Kevin was the real prankster.
Yeah, like Kevin always had something up his sleeve. Kevin and Jocko were always doing.
They were always up to no good.
They're always playing games. So it's just fun.
For sure.
But that set was like, let's just make it through this day and let's get it done.
Because it was a race against time, you know, every day. All right. Well, parting thoughts to everybody who's tuned in with us.
Parting thoughts are to everyone. Thank you for joining and witnessing this moment. But I think what I really want to say is to you, Bridget. God, I miss you. I'm so happy to connect with you. It's so good to see you for this brief little hour and on this platform. But it's really nice to connect.
So happy we did this. You warmed my heart, gave me something to look forward to.
Yeah.
And thank you for spending your Sunday evening with me.
Oh my gosh. And I'm telling you, I want to make out with your husband just once in his life.
Eamon, you hear that?
Are we gonna kiss just once?
He's, watching Devs.
I'm doing that joke. That's a Kevin joke.
What bugs me about Devs?
Dave's.
And the supercomputer
Deeves.
can see back in time. But all the footage of
Don't
back in
spoil
time-
it for people
Yeah,
that haven't
don't
watched
spoil
it.
it, shithead. I got some episodes to go.
Yeah.
What are they doing watching a live stream with YouTube when they could watch a new show? Like,
It was just, Travis has to watch it.
oh, he's not. But that's revealed in like the first episode.
Yes, it is revealed. I'm on episode 5. Nick Offerman's fantastic.
Amazing.
He's everything that. Okay, last
Also,
word,
I'm
please.
obsessed with the set decoration and how creepy that giant doll is in the center thing. Like,
What the hell? You know, my favorite character is the security guard, though.
oh yeah.
My thing is that all the footage of
Allison Pill is
the
great
past
too.
is
Everybody.
shot too nicely. It's like it's shot the same way the show's shot. It's weird.
It's so simple and slow, but effective.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's creeping me out, but you know, I don't feel like I'm needing more anxiety in my life right now. Hence my love for Drag Race. I'm like, I can't go there with the, you know.
That's why I'm about to watch the Michael Jordan documentary, and I've been looking forward to this one forever. I feel like I'm gonna cry. I cry in these things. Anytime it's like sports related, it's gonna happen.
I love it. I love you, Travis. I love all of you guys. Hope everybody's staying safe, hunker down, look after each other, take care of each other, give back what you can, whether it's checking in on your loved ones, donating, offering up what you can. I just encourage you guys to all take it one day at a time and be gentle with yourself and take it easy, right?
Take it easy. Easy breezy, baby. Happy 5 weeks of quarantining. Here we go. We got at least another 4 weeks left.
We got this.
Yeah, we got this. We got this. All right.
I love you.
I love you too. Bye.
Bye, y'all. Take care.
Bye.